hold on.
Can you imagine that somewhere on Earth there lives a man incredibly similar to you? But this is quite possible because almost everyone has a doppelganger. We can prove it to you by showing you the doppelgangers of celebrities. So are you ready? Then make yourself comfortable because now you will have two similar people in front of you all the time. Let's go! Camilla Osman has become extremely popular on the internet because of her incredible resemblance to Kim Kardashian. However, the meeting of the celebrity and her fans took place on the Keeping Up with the Kardashians show when Kim's boyfriend called her doppelganger to make her jealous.
Really?
I thought that was your, I was gonna say that looks like Kim's car, but...
Oh, nice to meet you. Nice to meet you too, finally.
As you can see, Ed Sheeran went on a video with 4 of his doppelgangers at once. You have to admit, it's pretty hard to figure out who's the real one here.
What's going on?
First of all, I have to ask you 4 guys, have any of you actually met Ed before?
Yep. No.
Now that's...
I met Ty in 2012 in Manchester.
Adele decided to make a real prank. She organized a doppelganger contest, but the participants did not even suspect that the real Adele was among them.
Adele, meet your Adele. So good.
I'm sorry. You all sound amazing.
What can happen if DiCaprio eats a lot of food? We can find out just by looking at this guy. Surprisingly, he found a way to capitalize on his resemblance and sometimes took pictures with girls depicting a popular scene from Titanic. This guy named Mark Kosler has always been incredibly similar to Adam Sandler, but what really surprises me is that the actor played a character named Max Kosler in one of the films. As a result, he invited his doppelganger to the premiere of this film. Just look at their similarity.
It must have blown your mind when you found out his name was actually Max Kessler.
That was really nice. I was happy you were happy. That was my favorite. Play what sport? You play hoop? Yeah, of course I play hoop.
Few people could imagine, but comedian and writer Steve Harvey has a doppelganger. As he complains, people are constantly trying to take pictures with him, but he has nothing to do with the activities of the real Steve. Millie Bobby Brown is a young actress and model whose resemblance to young Natalie Portman is simply impossible to deny. However, even the actress herself recognizes their similarity. By the way, let's not forget that Natalie Portman is also often confused with Keira Knightley, so it's possible that Hollywood just learned how to clone people. But in one of the evening episodes of Conan O'Brien, we can see the doppelganger of the presenter. For the experiment, the doppelganger went to Rockefeller Center, and the fans were sure that they had met the real person.
You recognize that voice? He thinks it's Conan O'Brien. Is it Conan O'Brien?
You are correct.
Zooey Deschanel and Katy Perry are also incredibly similar in appearance. Surprisingly, before becoming famous, Katy Perry periodically pretended to be Deschanel in order to get into parties. This is what one of the fans on Oprah's show looked like. All that remained was to change her hairstyle, and she could have hosted the program instead of a famous TV star.
Curly hair.
Yeah. Yes,
Curly's the way.
But these two players on the team had the same height, hair color, and even equally poor eyesight. However, the DNA test conducted showed that they are not lost relatives, but simply incredibly similar to each other. It was so cool! It's hard to comprehend how this is even possible. This girl was very successful in cosplay for Jenna Ortega, and the producers decided to arrange a real meeting for them.
Hold on. Let me see the outfit. Hi, I'm Nora. Nice to meet you.
Billie Eilish has a lot of doppelgangers and fans diligently copying her. However, the Argentine celebrity Nicki Nicole stands out most vividly among them. Just look at the photos and check out how much the girls look like each other. Celebrities don't meet their doppelganger that often, but The Rock was so impressed with the work of his extreme doppelganger that he decided to meet with him personally to thank him.
For your new truck. No, man, what?
Will Ferrell and Chad Smith have decided to appear together on The Jimmy Fallon Show. Of course, the same clothes only added to their similarities, but look how similar their faces are. Zach Braff and Dax Shepard are actors who could play twins in a movie. Unfortunately, we haven't been lucky enough to see them on screen together yet, but they are clearly incredibly similar.
If you haven't liked this episode yet, now is the best time to do it.
The judges at the British talent show were incredibly surprised when their doppelgangers came out to them. Just look at the show Psy put on at the famous Cannes Film Festival. He sang songs, took pictures, and even gave interviews. However, it turned out to not be the real musician, but his doppelganger, who clearly decided to take some of the glory for himself. Just check out how much this old lady looks like the famous Anthony Hopkins. But it seems that the lifestyle of Donald Trump's doppelganger is very different from the lifestyle of the famous billionaire. The fate of Margot Robbie and Jamie Presley is very similar. Despite the age difference of 13 years, the girls are quite difficult to distinguish from one another. In addition, both of them became impeccable actresses. Jeff Bridges and Kurt Russell have always been similar to each other, but with age, their similarity only grows. Speaking of the similarity of famous actors, it's hard to imagine anyone more similar than Javier Bardem and Jeffrey Dean Morgan. We're sure that there will be viewers who thought it was the same actor. Jessica Chastain and Brian Dawes Howarth are two incredibly similar but very talented actresses that you may not recognize. By the way, fans found a girl on social networks who looks like Jennifer Lopez. Coco Palmer and Angela Bassett are in front of you. Can you tell who is who?
And that line was improvised.
Now let's get into it.
It's okay.
This is Vanessa Bayer, and she decided to copy Jennifer Aniston. Even though they may not be as similar as the others, they still have common facial features. As you can see, Andy Samberg could easily replace Nicolas Cage on the set.
However, until now, I've only been able to muster a measly 90%. But fortunately, science has prevailed, and I'm proud to announce that my cloning experiment has finally come.
Have you also noticed that our time together flies at the speed of light? We can't wait to see you in our next episode. See you soon.